you say?
It's not what I want to see right now, though.
A lesbian.
10 moments that killed WWE PG.
I'm saying 10, I'm
Be sure to
crazy.
subscribe and hit that notification bell for daily wrestling videos, and follow us on Facebook for exclusive lists. Also check out our videos on WrestleMania
Shout out
XL.
WrestleMania,
Number
man.
10, Stephanie McMahon gets attacked by
Nah, this was
Randy
crazy.
Orton.
This
And
was
there was
crazy.
a ton of concern heading into WrestleMania
Oh, no,
25.
Orton, bro.
Mania 25 was set to be the first Mania of the newly introduced PG era, and there was a lot of worry that WWE wouldn't want to deliver any hard-hitting, compelling angles. Thankfully, that wasn't the case, as WWE delivered their most intense angle in years, and it centered around a feud between the McMahon family and WWE's resident top heel, Randy Orton. The content that WWE delivered pushed the boundaries of PG to the absolute limit, as when Orton encountered Stephanie McMahon, WWE booked Orton to attack McMahon in
Like, bro. No, I'm gonna let this play before
a
I go
moment that
crazy.
had the wrestling world talking. Orton would even kiss McMahon's unconscious body, which took the angle right to the next level. And heading into WrestleMania 20.
Bro, I know everybody. First of all, this match, terrible, terrible. Like, great feud, but terrible match. Terrible match. But anyways, bro, everybody talks about how 09 Randy Orton, bro. 09 Randy Orton might be the greatest heel ever. This man DDT'd Stephanie McMahon off of the second rope. And you saw it. He won't play with her. That was not no pity pat. Like, okay, come here. No. He said, come here. You're a man. I'm gonna put you in the dirt. Okay. And then while she's knocked out, that boy's lip locking with her. Like, I don't even know if that's legal, bro. Like, that's crazy. Vince, for booking that, you're sick. I ain't gonna lie. This man Vince. This man Vince, right? His own daughter. He booked his own daughter to lay unconscious and have 09 Randy Orton's skinny ass kiss her on the lips in front of her actual husband. This man is sick, bro. It worked, but this man is sick in the head. And we saw how he's sick in the head.
25, the match between Orton and Triple H was without a doubt the most anticipated match on the entire card.
Yeah, very
all down to
anticipated.
this angle. Number 9, Rhea Ripley's antics. Now, over the past few years, one of the wrestlers on the modern WWE roster who has pushed the limits of PG is Rhea Ripley. During an on-air alliance with Dominic Mysterio, the two would often find themselves in compromising positions, and clips from their matches and segments often went viral and were seen by non-wrestling fans.
Yeah.
Ripley is also prone to twerking and dancing in unique ways, to
Woo!
say the very least.
No, run that back.
is also prone to
Run it back.
twerking and dancing
Run it
in
back.
unique ways, to say the
No,
very
need it again.
least.
Need it again. Run that
Ripley
back.
is also prone to twerking and dancing in unique ways, to say the very least.
Whoa, why that thing low key moving?
WWE is also prone to twerk.
Hold on, bro. How I put this down? Yeah, my fault, chat. 0.5, is that too slow?
And dancing in unique ways.
Nah, that thing moving, bro.
WWE
Alright, I'm done. I'm off
definitely
that
allowed
Gunner
the
stuff.
former women's
But I just had
champion
to see
free
what's
reign
on.
when it comes to a character, and it's evident that Ripley is having fun virtually ignoring any PG guidelines, including her
She
sexy
just does whatever.
pins.
Hey,
Number 8,
hey.
bloodshed inside the
You
cage.
can do whatever to me. Within the boundaries, though. Within the boundaries, you know what I'm saying?
There was a ton of hype leading into CM Punk versus Drew McIntyre inside Hell in a Cell at Bad Blood 2024. The feud was without a doubt the top feud of the Triple H era WWE, and with them loosening the rules and guidance around PG,
Ain't gonna lie,
fans
telling
had
him to
hoped that
suck it right
Punk
there
and
is crazy.
McIntyre would be able to deliver a classic Hell in a Cell match that had intensity and, of course, bloodshed. Thankfully, that's exactly what happened, as just minutes into the match, there was bloodshed, and the audible gasp from the audience
Shout out
was an
Drew,
indicator
man.
that this was about to be a style of Hell in a Cell match that hadn't been seen in the past 15 years. The spots in the match were completely wild, and WWE didn't just deliver a
now
match
that bump
that
right
belonged
there
in a
was
bygone
crazy.
era. They delivered a match that saved the reputation of the Cell itself.
5-star, bro.
Number 7,
Great
The
feud,
Fiend
great match.
is set alight. Due to the COVID-19
I don't know
pandemic,
about
it
this,
allowed
bro.
WWE to take major risks and shoot major angles in a more unconventional manner. One of the top feuds during this time period was between The Fiend and Randy Orton. This feud escalated when the two rivals collided in a Firefly Inferno match at TLC 2020. This match was notable, as the infamous match came to a close when Orton poured gasoline over The Fiend, setting him alight and seemingly putting a permanent end to him.
The reason, like, I have a problem with this being on the list is just because, bro, like, you can obviously tell that the body was fake. Like, you know, like everybody know, and rest in peace, Bray, bro. I'm gonna reiterate that. You know they not about to set a body on fire in COVID, bro. You not know? Come on, bro. So like, I can't jack this being on the list for real, because everybody knew it was like, come on, like we talk about blood and stuff, like people taking real hits, real blood leaking. Even if you're blading, bro, like that's still pain, bro. But this, I can't really jack that. I ain't gonna lie.
Some fans did question how WWE were allowed to get away with it, especially because burning a man alive on television wasn't exactly family-friendly content. But despite the severe burns, the Fiend would eventually resurface on WWE programming, and they managed to show the impact of the burns on the character with the iconic wrestler introducing a new burnt attire. Basically, you couldn't kill the unkillable. Number 6, the Flaming Table.
Oh yeah,
now in
talk to me now.
2014 at the Extreme Rules pay-per-view, WWE attempted to make the pay-per-view extreme by having a flaming table spot in the main event, yet it ultimately led to severe criticism from fans. The main event of the pay-per-view saw Daniel Bryan take on Kane in an Extreme Rules match, and this was the match in which Kane lit a table on fire before Bryan pulled Kane into the flaming wood. Whilst it was a great moment, the illusion was then destroyed thanks to WWE crew members hovering around with fire extinguishers just minutes before the match. Obviously, it was appreciated and understandable why WWE did this, yet they could have presented the spot in such a way where it wasn't obvious what the spot was going to involve.
I'm not gonna lie, bro. The difference between when was WrestleMania 22? Is that 2006? The difference between WrestleMania 22 in 2006 and between Extreme Rules in 2014, bro. That man Mick Foley got speared off of the ring apron onto a flaming table, and that boy was actually on fire with Edge. Boy, that boy Edge was like this, bro. He said he could smell burnt blood, bro. And don't get me wrong, they changed for the better, but like even like the act, you could tell that boy Kane won't really hit for real. Like the way he got up, the difference is just crazy. That's all I'm saying.
Number 5, the thumbtacks return.
Oh yeah, thumbtacks.
One of the weapons that was abolished from WWE when the company went PG in 2008 was thumbtacks. Thumbtacks are an extremely violent weapon, and one of the main issues with them is that they instantly cause the wrestler to bleed upon landing on them, and with WWE having a no blood policy, the weapon was never going to be used again. But with that being said, at the 2016 Extreme Rules event, the Sinister Tax made a return during the Asylum match between Dean Ambrose and Chris Jericho. During the match, Jericho was slammed into the tax, and based on the reaction, the audience knew they had seen a rare TV-14 moment in the PG era, and it took the match to the very next level. According to Jericho, during a 2016 edition of Talk is Jericho, he was shocked that Vince McMahon approved of the decision. We were really surprised, Ambrose and I, because we came up with the idea for the Ambrose Asylum. We were surprised that Vince allowed us to use the tax. It hadn't been done in 10 years. It has been that long between tack bumps, and when the finish came in and Ambrose is going over, I have to take the bump on the tax. I have to. He can't take the bumps on the tax and then go on and win. It just doesn't make sense. I was likely due to...
Bro, I got a question, bro, because I'm thinking, like, thumbtacks, being dropped on thumbtacks, it looks like it hurts. I know it does, but, like, would y'all rather, like, get busted open or take the spot on the thumbtacks, bro? And I was gonna say, would you rather blade, but blade ain't really doing nothing. You just slicing it a little bit right here. So would you rather get busted open the hard way, just like say like a punch or whatever, like Drew McIntyre, like a box to the head, middle box to the head, or them thumbtacks? I'm not gonna lie, bro. You might gotta give me them thumbtacks, cause I don't ever want to be knocked out. I can't see a sea of blood pouring from my head. I'm gonna think I died. So let me know what y'all think. I think I'm going with the thumbtacks though.
Jericho's standing as a veteran, it heavily influenced McMahon's decision, and if anyone lower down on the roster made the request to use the thumbtacks again, it probably would have been instantly denied. Number 4, Crushed to Death.
What?
The TLC pay-per-view in 2017 featured an attempted murder, and for a while it was presented as if the WWE had just killed off one of their top stars. Braun Strowman was teaming with The Miz, Kane, and The Bar against a trio of Dean Ambrose, Seth Rollins, and Kurt Angle. During the course of the match, Strowman's partners turned on him and they decided that they wanted to put a permanent end to his existence. They would place him in the back of a garbage truck and the operator of the truck would then reluctantly release the switch on the truck.
I'm not gonna lie, this is the type of stuff you had to do to Braun Strowman in his prime, bro. Braun Strowman in his prime, bro. This man was didn't he put an ambulance truck on Roman Reigns? You basically had this nigga, bro. He was moving that bad, bro. It's crazy to see him get released 2 times, bro. Like twice. They had something good. I don't know where it went all bad, bro. But Braun Strowman in his prime, bro. That's something you gotta tell your kids about, boy.
Despite that Strowman had just been crushed to death on a live pay-per-view, it was without a doubt one of the more insane moments of the PG era, and although Strowman eventually returned to WWE television, it was really never explained how Strowman survived this near-death experience. Number 3, Randy Orton's weapon of choice.
Oh no,
and the feud between Randy Orton and Jeff Hardy in 2018 was vastly underrated. What made the feud so special was that WWE allowed both legends to go all the way with the storyline. The two men were involved in some brutal segments, and their Hell in a Cell showdown saw Randy Orton use a weapon that should never be allowed in the PG era.
I don't know.
In a rather creative yet sinister-looking spot, Orton would thread a screwdriver through Hardy's earlobe and twist it until Hardy was screaming in pain. The spot was completely unique, and there was no way that this wasn't one of the most painful spots of Hardy's entire WWE career. Jeff Hardy would discuss the notable spot during an interview with the 11th Hour, and according to the former WWE champion, the secret was to make it real tight, but to ensure that the ear didn't come off clean. We did the first earlobe deal, with just the fingers, and actually one of the up-and-coming commentators, I think it's from 205 Live, he was like, what if you use a screwdriver? And then we kind of threw around ideas and we both compromised on a certain screwdriver to put it in, twist it, make it real tight and not rip it off. WWE quite rightly received praise for the spot as it made the match stand out and it created a somewhat iconic visual that will be discussed for many years to come. Number 2, Dom and Liv. Dominic and Rhea Ripley's relationship harkened back to the Attitude Era, where Dom's real father Eddie Guerrero would be smitten with Chyna. A great throwback to one of the best pairings WWE ever made. However, the relationship between Rhea and Dom got incredibly rocky when Liv Morgan would tease her insatiable appetite for Dominic Mysterio and taking him away from her. The teases led to many memorable moments on television, as while things may have looked innocent and accidental, they certainly weren't taken that way by Rhea Ripley. One moment particularly on Raw saw Liv Morgan appear wearing Dominic's vest, engaging in a flirtatious exchange. She then invited Dominic to retrieve the vest himself, leading to a tense moment where he began to unzip it. However, before a full unzipping occurred, Rhea Ripley would intervene. Liv Morgan's flirtatious teases continued on until...
Bro. This man has a whole real life wife. And he was with Rhea Ripley before to Liv Morgan. Now Roxanne. Like besides being a WWE, like what does Dom have? Like how, Dom? Like just baddie after baddie after baddie. Like, ain't gonna lie, you got it, bro. Dom, all my respect, all time, bro. You can be as bad as on the mic, in the ring, bro. But you're on a historic run right now. You're 4 for 4. 4 for 4. No, bro, home runs every time, bro.
Television, as of course we all remember Liv Morgan's shorts during that infamous segment between her and Dominic Television. As of course we all remember Liv Morgan's shorts during that infamous segment between her and Dominic Mysterio. But this all came to a close at SummerSlam as Dominic Mysterio turned on Rhea Ripley and intervened, assisting Morgan in winning the Women's World Championship. And number 1, The Rock's profanity. Now, it's often been said that any established PG rules or guidelines don't apply to The Rock. This has never been more clear than The Rock's run as a final boss in 2024. It was almost as if The Rock had no idea that WWE was a PG product, as every promo would feature some type of cursing or deviation away from the set PG guidelines. One of the most non-PG segments The Rock was involved in took place on the road to WrestleMania 40, and it saw the final boss ambush Cody Rhodes in the parking lot. This segment was filled with profanity, non-PG elements, and this was a case of The Rock doing whatever he wanted. Once the segment had concluded on Raw, The Rock took to Instagram to continue the beatdown, and this is where The Rock informed the world champion that he was going off script. What, just because...
Bro, I'm not gonna lie. First off, the reason why I can do this is because I don't know if they can't fire him, but he's on the TKO board. And second, they're not gonna fire The Rock for cursing. See, he's literally The Rock. And second off, bro, Cody, I'm not gonna lie, you might have to get some real life get back on The Rock. Bro, he cut the cameras and still continued to beat your ass while you just sat and laid there, bro. You let that happen. Cody, I got questions, bro. I got questions, bro.
The show's over, that doesn't mean shit stops. The Rock doesn't give an F. Show is over, then it stops. F that. Your script, F
So
that.
fight back,
The segment
Cody.
got the entire wrestling world talking, and some question how on earth The Rock was able to get away with so much cursing and profanity. Also, when The Rock made a rare appearance on the NXT brand in early 2025, it was an expectation that The Rock would heavily tone down the profanity, but that isn't what happened, and The Rock just upped his level of profanity instead. In fact, The Rock's promo had F-bombs every 5 words, and it was clear that WWE censors had to work overtime.
Well, it doesn't matter because The Rock is like no glaze. The Rock is him though. Like he's like the biggest movie star on the planet, probably the most famous person on the planet. When he comes back, he's gonna do whatever he wants because he's Dwayne The Rock Johnson. But anyways, WVid, I'm not gonna lie, there was only one where I was like, why is this on this list? Forgot what it was, but what I did remember was Rhea and Liv. But don't goon. It's not good for you. But you can appreciate greatness like I do. You know what you guys can do? Appreciate my greatness. Maybe hit that like and that subscribe button. King Geek. I'm out, man. See y'all boys in the next one. Peace.